up, you guys? It's Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Painfully Honest Advice. Now, this video is gonna be packed. I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys everything you need to know as far as investing as a beginner in the stock market. Now, I've been investing in the stock market for over 15 years at this point, so I'm gonna keep it very simple in this video. I wanna go ahead and share with you guys what exactly is a stock, how to go about investing in the stock market, how do you actually make money in the stock market, how much do you need to invest and start investing in the stock market, as well as what is the overall strategy to go ahead and invest in the stock market, because there's many different ways you can actually invest in particular stocks or in the stock market, and the one that I believe is the best strategy overall. And you'll actually be surprised at the overall strategy and how many different ways you can actually make money in the stock market, because I'll tell you guys, there's actually 3 different ways that you can actually make money in stocks. Plus, I want to go ahead and share with you guys what are some of the biggest challenges that people have when investing in the stock market and the challenges I've had in the last 15 years. So this is going to be a very practical experience, guys. Along with the last thing that I do want to also share with you guys is what's the difference between investing in the stock market as opposed to investing in like mutual funds or index fund. What exactly is the difference between the two? So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Now, I do have a quick plug from my sponsor here, guys. This video is being sponsored by Webull. Webull is basically a trading platform that's meant for beginners. It's a great way to go ahead and start investing in the stock market. You can actually start paper trading with Webull as well. And when you sign up, you actually get 1 free stock with Webull just for signing up, and you get a second free stock when you deposit at least $100 in your account. But that stock can actually be worth up to $1,400. Now, I personally do like Webull and do recommend Webull as a new beginner because it's the only platform that you can actually get 2 free stocks with. Additionally, there's other platforms that I do use as well, so go ahead and check out my description for any of these. But now let's go ahead and jump into what exactly is a stock. Now, in regards to a stock, there's 2 different type of companies as far as different businesses out there. There's publicly traded companies, then there's private companies as well. Now, by owning a share of a stock, you're investing in a publicly traded company. Basically, when you go ahead and become a stockholder, you have equity and you're a shareholder in that particular company, meaning you own a certain percentage or a part of that company. Now, in a publicly traded company, you can go ahead and buy their stock and become a part owner. Basically, the simplest way to say it is you become a part owner by owning a stock of a publicly traded company. Now, in regards to a privately traded company, private companies actually do not have stocks, so you cannot actually invest in a privately traded company through the stock market. But many of the companies out there, and usually when a company wants to go ahead and get additional money to go ahead and reinvest to grow their business, they'll have what's called an initial IPO or initial public offering, which basically takes a private company and makes it public. And by going public, it's all owned by the shareholders. And next, if you're wondering how exactly do you go ahead and invest or buy a stock, the easiest way to go ahead and buy a stock is through a trading platform or a brokerage. Now, there's many old school brokerages I've actually used in the past, which is like a Scottrade, a TD Ameritrade, Fidelity. Now, these are all different brokerages that you can actually go ahead and buy stocks through, as well as there's financial institutions that offer brokerage accounts as well. But some of the most popular ones now, and because there's a lot of apps out there now, trading has become extremely easy. And some of the most popular trading apps is ones that I've suggested on this channel or in my links down below, which is going to be like a Webull or a Robinhood, or a public trading app, which is actually one of the newest ones, or M1 Finance. Now, these are all different trading platforms that you can actually buy stocks with. But the nice thing with these trading apps is there's what you call fractional shares. So in each of these platforms, or with majority of these platforms, you can actually go ahead and buy fractional shares. So for example, a stock like a Tesla that's trading at right around $2,000 per share, you can actually buy fractional shares of that particular stock. So if you wanted to just invest $10 into Tesla, you can buy a fraction of 1 share and just invest $10. But obviously in that case, you wouldn't have even 1 share of that stock, but you'll still have ownership of that particular company. And let's say that company goes ahead and makes money over time and the revenues increase, the stock price should go ahead and increase with that. And you can actually sell your stock at any time as well. And the other nice thing with trading with these trading platforms is usually there's no fees. So for the company like a Robinhood or a Weibo or M1 Finance or Public, none of them actually have any kind of trading fees. So to invest or buy or sell a stock, you can actually do that without even spending $1 in fees. And next, how do you exactly pick a particular stock? And what's the best way to go ahead and pick stocks? The best way to go ahead and find the best stocks to trade in are the particular companies that you're already invested in, meaning companies that you already buy stuff from. It could be companies like Johnson & Johnson, where you buy particular products from that company. But it's important to just focus on stocks that you fully understand and you understand their business model. Now, as far as the different strategies go to go ahead and invest in the stock market, there are many different strategies in the stock market, guys. I've traded with day trading. Now, day trading is when you're actually buying a stock today and you're actually going to sell it at the end of the day. Now, there's many different ways to go ahead and day trade in the stock market. This is something that I would personally stay away from. I've made a lot of money day trading in the stock market, but I'll tell you guys, I've lost a lot more than I've actually made, because at the end of the day, it is a gamble. You're definitely trading based on what you're seeing in the media, or you're trading based on the news, or you're trading based on what your friends are doing in the stock market. So day trading is not something I would personally suggest. Now, additionally, there's active trading, there's swing trading, there's options and futures trading. There's also long-term trading as far as being a passive income investor or a value investor in the stock market. So like I said, there's many different ways, but what I personally suggest, and the best way and the best thing I've seen investing in the stock market, is to focus on growth value investing with dividend-based stocks. Because in this particular type of strategy, there's actually 3 different ways that you actually make money in investing in stocks. The first way is going to be by investing in a stock that's going to grow over time. You're making money if that stock actually grows. Now, in particular, the stock market on average does increase around 7 to 12% per year. And if we just looked at the last 10 years, the S&P has actually grown by an average of 13%. So investing for growth and investing in stocks that you believe in, the way I look at it and the way I think about it is, what do I see this stock price going to in 10 years from now, in 20 years from now? Do I see this company actually increasing their revenue? And do I see more and more people buying into this company? Or what's the overall future for that particular company? So investing in growth stock is one way, because the stock price goes up, you make money. Now, secondly, by investing in dividend growth stocks and in this particular type of strategy, by getting dividends from a particular stock. Now, in regards to dividends, when you own a particular stock and that company pays out dividends, for example, like a company like Apple that pays out a dividend, you actually make money because Apple pays out dividends on a quarterly basis. So just by being an owner and owning stock in that company, you're getting part of those earnings that the company's making in dividends. It's another way to go ahead and build additional income. And why it's called passive income is because you don't have to do anything but just invest your money, and your money is just making you more money over time. And that's the power of compound interest. Now, the third way, and this one may sound a little confusing as a beginning investor, but when you own stocks, you actually do have to pay capital gains tax at the end of the year. So let's say that you sell that stock, and when you sell that stock and you have any kind of gains from that stock, or let's say that you have dividends, and dividends are another source of income that you're making off of these companies, you do have to pay taxes and capital gains tax on those dividends. Or when you sell the stock and you made a profit, you do have to go ahead and pay taxes on that. And a nice way to actually offset those taxes is if you have a stock in your portfolio that you no longer believe in, or the overall strategy of that no longer fits within your portfolio, you can actually go ahead and sell that stock at the end of the year, right before the year ends. And if you have any losses from that stock, you can go ahead and use those losses to go ahead and offset any gains or any dividends that you've made in that particular year. So that is another third way to go ahead and make money, because when you focus on dividend growth stocks and you're making money through dividends, or let's say you do decide to go ahead and sell a stock and you get a profit from it, you can actually not pay any taxes if you have losses that you've incurred to go ahead and offset any of the gains that you've had. So these are the 3 ways that I actually use in my case to go ahead and invest, because I do invest in dividend growth stocks, and that's actually the current strategy that I like to focus on, because end of the day, it's all about long-term investing. And additionally, guys, as far as some of the biggest challenges of investing in the stock market, what I can tell you guys just from my experience, the biggest challenge that I believe everybody has is to stick to a strategy and to consistently invest in the stock market for the long term. Because by investing for the long term, if you dollar cost average yourself into the stock market, just by investing a particular amount every single month, let's say for example, you just take 10% of your salary and invest in the stock market, and that could be $200, that could be $2,000, it doesn't matter what that is, but if you're just dollar cost averaging in the stock market, you're staying consistent. That is honestly one of the best ways to go ahead and invest in the stock market. Now, I did make a video in regards to that compound effect. And basically by sticking to a strategy and by staying consistent, the compound effect and the compound interest calculator, which I'll go ahead and link right here, I would highly recommend to go ahead and check that out, because you can actually turn $10 by investing that today. And just by investing $10, it can actually turn into $1 million+. Now, additionally, as far as what is a stock as opposed to a mutual fund or an index fund. Now, in regards to a stock, we've already talked about what exactly is a stock. Is basically owning a share of a particular company and having equity in that company, so you are a part owner of that company. Now, what is an index fund and what is a mutual fund? Now, an index fund is basically by investing in one index fund, you're tracking one of the markets out there, or you're tracking one of the indexes out there. Now, in an index fund, you're not investing in one particular stock. When you invest in an index fund, whatever index you're following, it will have those stocks, and it will be a pool of stocks that you're investing in. So it is lower risk than investing in one particular stock. Now, as far as a popular index fund, there's the S&P 500 index fund, but in general, by investing in an index fund, you're able to go ahead and diversify your holdings just by investing in one index fund. So it's a great way to go ahead and diversify in an index fund. I personally like investing in stocks as opposed to index funds, and that's because I like actually owning particular shares in stocks that I truly believe in and I see a huge growth potential for. Now, as far as mutual funds go, mutual funds are basically like index funds, but they're managed. Now, in regards to a mutual fund is basically something that's managed by a particular company, and that company actually takes a cut, so there is an expense with mutual funds. So that's basically the difference between a stock and mutual funds or index funds. Mutual funds and index funds are just more diversified, and they usually have a lower risk as opposed to investing in one particular stock. So guys, this is basically investing 101 in the stock market. If you're new and a beginner as far as looking to go ahead and invest in the stock market, I would personally say start off with stuff that you already know. If you're focused on dividend investing, check out Dividend Aristocrats or Dividend Kings. Those are basically companies that have consistently been paying their dividends or have been growing their dividends. That's a great place to go ahead and start, because those are usually safer companies long term. Obviously, understand at the end of the day, investing in the stock market is a huge risk. You can lose it all, or you can make a ton of money. And I'm no financial advisor, guys. I'm basically another guy on YouTube that's making videos in regards to investing, and I'm basically preaching to you guys what I've learned in my experience in the last 15 years as far as trading in the stock market. Now, if you do like topics like this, guys, I do make videos on this channel all around the stock market, around credit cards, around savings, around investing, around real estate, basically everything that I focus on doing day to day. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below if you want to keep up with everything around these topics. And guys, if you don't mind, honestly, smashing that like button, because it really does help, and YouTube seems to love that like button. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comments down below. But thank you guys for watching again. I will see you guys at the next one.